Hey guys, welcome back. Behavior Strategies for a Class here. This is the podcast that is turning student behavior challenges into classroom success stories by helping teachers respond to challenging behavior with calm, clarity, and confidence so that every student can thrive. And today we're talking about July as a great mindset shift that because it's the perfect month to rest, recharge, and build that mindset that will make back to school feel lighter. And in this episode, we'll explore simple mindset shifts that will help reduce stress, support your nervous system, and help you step into August with clarity, calm, and confidence too. So let's get started. Welcome to Behavior Strategies for Class, the show where your student behavior challenges become your classroom success stories. I'm Diane Bachman, a trauma-informed educator, a certified trauma-informed coach with over 15 years of experience working in special education. And I help teachers respond to behavior with calm, clarity, and confidence while building real connection. Each week, we're going to break down those tough moments with practical trauma-informed strategies you can use right away. You'll hear stories that remind you you're not alone. And if you're ready for a calmer classroom, stronger relationships, and behavior support that actually works, you're in the right place. Let's get started. As always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, share this podcast, this episode with other educators that you know, so we can continue to grow together. So my mindset so far in June, because I was blessed with being out of school the end of May, was truly like it takes a few days, a little while, like to truly let down. Because being a behavior para, just like, you as the leader and the teacher in your classroom, like you're always on, right? You're always in mode, right? Checking to see how the kids are doing, who's doing what, when are they doing it, are they doing it correctly, all the things. And we're like looking out for behaviors. Okay, he looks a little upset. Is he, gonna escalate? Is he okay? Is he, did he refocus, get back to work? All of these things, right? We're constantly on, checking everything in the room, everywhere, right? And so it takes a while for your body, your mind to like, okay, I am in chill mode. I don't have to be on 24/7. Now, granted, I do not have any kids at home. All my kids are grown up. But I know a lot of you have children at home, so you are still on, but it's a different type, right? It's a different being on, if you will, to be a mom at home instead of a teacher in the classroom. So I have been able to already, go to Vegas with some friends and just hang out by the pool. And it was so relaxing. But it did take us even a couple days there to finally, like, oh, we can breathe. Like, we're not looking out now, we're looking out for our husbands, right? What are they doing? So it's a different type of lookout. But it was really nice just to decompress and relax and be with friends and enjoy each other's company. And then there's also like the slow mornings, the times that I can get up and exercise, go have coffee, make whatever kind of breakfast I want, all those fun things that you get to do during the summer that I don't get a slow morning. I try and do all those things during the school year as well, but it's not the same, right? You obviously have a time schedule and you've got to get going. So it's been really nice to just slow down, enjoy these moments, enjoy the quiet if you're able to, and really just decompress. So these are some of the things we're going to talk about in this episode. So number one, there are like 6 things I came up with and to help change or get your July mindset in place, right? So, number one is July is for restoration, not really productivity. And I'm sure some of you are going to disagree with me. Like maybe this is your time, like you're set and you're ready to go and think about next year and all those things. But I really encourage you to take some more time to slow down. Because I know some of you maybe just got out of school, maybe just a couple weeks ago. And so maybe you're still not even there yet, really feeling that like calm down, slow down mode of summer. So just remember that rest is preparation and restoration is productivity. Because when you're rested, that's when you have a clear mind. And then you can truly focus on what it is you want to do for next year. My lovely dogs in the background. But so I encourage you, restore, reset in July as much as possible. And I know some of that is resetting, like for school and curriculum and all the other things too. But this is truly like a body and mind reset. Number two, reclaim your identity outside of teaching. Right? It's kind of weird when you're like, okay, I'm a teacher. I have this, and this, and this, and this going on. But I know, again, a lot of you are wives, your mothers, your friends, your sisters, your daughters, all of these things. And so maybe now is the time you just kind of like, I'm just going to be a mom right now. Or, I'm just going to be a sister right now, or just a daughter right now, or just a wife right now. So remembering kind of who you are beyond those lesson plans, the behavior charts, and the lovely parent emails. I'm sure you're really going to be missing them this month. But enjoy some hobbies, time with your friends and family, and whatever else that you enjoy doing. I always say I'm just going to sit and read, a fiction book. Like I love David Balducci. His stories are amazing and they really do like grab you in. But then I'm like, well, I want to read like business stories or some self-improvement or all these other different kinds of nonfiction books. So I have not quite gotten there yet to reading a fiction book just for fun. So maybe that's something you enjoy. I do enjoy it. I just have not done it yet. Number three, here is where you can reflect, take time to reflect without criticism, right? Just be kind to yourself. Think about, what worked in your classroom, whether it's curriculum, the setup, your routines, your expectations. And then what areas do you want to improve on? Because we know as lifetime learners, there's always going to be something that we can improve on. And, I think of sometimes my response to behaviors. Was that the best way to respond? Did I respond maybe quick enough? Or maybe I should have waited before I responded. Lots of different things that we can think through and go through and realize that we can do better. We can improve on these. And it's not a criticism of like, okay, great, we just screwed everything up. There's no way. We're not going back for sure. We're going forward. So what is that going to look like going forward? How are we going to improve that going forward? And then next year, it's the same thing. Yeah, we improved in this area, but now look at this area. Let's work on that. Again, lifelong learners, we always have something to improve on, to grow in. And I love that. I love being able to look and be like, okay, you're right. I really should have done this better. Because that means we're growing, right? I love it. So, number 4, July is for gentle, not intense preparation. And again, I'm sure some of you will disagree with me, and that's okay. But I really want to encourage you to shift to doing small, low pressure prep now, which is going to prevent the August overwhelm. So, this is kind of where you just break down everything. Because I know if you're like me, you have, this giant list, and you're like, okay, well, today I'm doing this, and this, and this. And at the end of the day, I'm like, well, great. I only got to 2 of these things out of the 10. And now I'm stressed out because now nothing's ready or whatever it is. But this July, you could work on one thing for like 2 days, maybe, or a day. I don't know, whatever works for you. So try and work on, say, one routine. What is one routine that either worked great or you see where there could be some improvement? And write that one down. What is one system that worked? And so you just write it down, like stay the same, or is there somewhere that you want to improve on there? What was the one way that you taught curriculum that seemed to really click and engage your students? Or was there one way that did not click with them? That maybe you need to add in maybe some more like small group activities. I don't know. Whatever it is that you can think of that you could work on one thing at a time. This is truly July, again, is like for chill time. And if you're able to work on one thing, I don't know, a day, a week, a couple days, whatever works for you. But I encourage you to try and break all those things up so you don't feel that intense overwhelm. So, number 5, July is a month to rebuild hope. I love hope. And knowing that next year it'll be different. And you get to shape it. You need to bring your new ideas, new boundaries, new class culture. What is that truly going to look like for you? What do you want it to look like? New ideas of the way, again, you're teaching, the way you're setting up for your classroom, the way you greet your students in the morning, the way you set up, afternoon cleanup, whatever it is. There is hope for next year. Hope in that it will go more smoothly, right? We always can have hope. And that what keeps us motivated, right? Is having hope, knowing that things will be different next year. So I want to encourage you to listen to next week's podcast, and it's about designing a calm classroom. And so I go over like different ideas of how to create that in your classroom, because having a calm classroom means you have students who are regulated, and you want to help set that up as much as possible, right? You're still going to have students who struggle with regulation for all kinds of different reasons. Lots of different, background situations, family situations, you know, that you're doing everything right. You're setting up your classroom as calm as possible. You've created this amazing culture, and yet you may still have a student who is going to struggle regulating themselves. And that's okay. It's not on you. It's, again, other things going on with this student that you may not know about, or you just are not able to control or reach or help that student. Sometimes it truly is that situation. And so that's where I hope you have a mental health team that you are able to reach out to, whether that's the school counselor, a school psychologist, the school social worker, or maybe your admin. I'm not sure, but I'm in an elementary school and we have a school counselor, a school social worker, and our admin are always very involved in helping with our kids when they can, as much as possible. So I'm not sure what your school culture is, but even maybe just getting your team around you and how are they able to support you in helping that student get what they need. Now, sometimes you have those students who you've done everything, admin's done everything, the mental health team has done everything. Sometimes it could be a different placement for that student. And that's not, again, anything bad on you or any failure on your part or any of the school. It's just sometimes students just have greater needs that schools are not able to handle or help them with. And so to help get the student where they need to be, that's truly where you can do your best in helping get that student there. All that again to say, what is the class culture that you want to have? There is hope for next year and the exciting new amazing students that you're going to get. Also, I feel I still don't want to think about school next year. And I know it's almost July, but I still don't want to think about it. But I want to help you prepare and get ready and restore and refresh and be ready to embrace all of those students that will be in your classroom. I'll get there. I'm just not feeling it yet, just to be honest, guys. All right, so number 6, July is for nervous system regulation. So this is about you. How are you getting back to regulating yourself? Again, like I said, those slower mornings, taking time to sit and read, or maybe it's sitting and reading with your kids that you don't always get that time during the school year. Taking your kids to the movies, to the park, to the pool, to the beach. All of those fun things I loved doing when my kids were on summer break. And my husband would be like, okay, where were you guys today? You know, as he's working very hard for our family. We are all on break and we're loving it and having a great time. And I just loved those moments with my kids to be able to go and hang out at friends' houses who had pools, or go to the beach for the day, go to the park, or they would just go out riding bikes with their friends. We did not have our kids in camps all summer, and I know things are different nowadays. They did go to a church summer camp and they had fun with that. But otherwise, we were just doing stuff together, hanging out with friends, letting them, like I said, run around outside, all the fun things. So, what is it that you enjoy doing to get your nervous system regulated? Because, like I was saying in the beginning, like we've just had 10 months of like chronic activation, right? We were always on, always answering questions, always, having your name shouted 4,500 times a day. And now there's silence, maybe for you. What is it that's going to help you like downshift? Because your body's going to need some calm before your brain can plan. like I said, get outside, read outside, sit on your patio, sit on your deck, sit on your porch. Don't forget to hydrate, right? Get that movement in. I love taking my dogs for walks, on hikes, walking around the lake. I love doing all of that stuff. That is a great time for me just to refresh, refocus. Because regulation now is going to create resilience later. Because I think like sometimes if you wake up, you've had like an amazing night's sleep and you just wake up so refreshed, so regulated, you have resilience all day to get done your to-do list of 20 things and still feel like you have energy afterwards. At least that's how I feel sometimes. When I get that rest or I get that time to like work out, enjoy my morning and then I'm off, right? Off doing all of these other things that need to get done. And still having resilience and not like dreading, oh great, I still have to make dinner. Cooking is not my favorite thing. I don't mind doing it, but it's still not my favorite. Anyways, so all that to say, regulation is going to create resilience later. So the more you can help regulate yourself now to refresh, reset now, it's going to create that resilience for when August gets here. I know, I'm not ready for it, for sure. So to recap, some 6 things that you can do in July to help have a mindset that is going to make August lighter and easier for back to school. So number 1 is to remember that July is for restoration, not intense productivity, if possible. Number 2, reclaim your identity outside of teaching. Who are you? Just be a mom. Just be a wife. Enjoy those times. Number 3, take time to reflect how the school year went without criticism. We are not perfect people. We're not going to do things perfectly. We may get things set up and run smoothly, but what things didn't? And it's okay. Number 4 is to remember that July is, you can do some gentle prep. So, like I said, just work on one thing at a time. If you're able to. Get one thing down, get that honed in. Like this is going to be great. I have this all set. Then move to the next thing. Number 5, July is the time to rebuild hope. Hope for next year. And again, the amazing students that will be coming into your classroom. Rebuild hope with new ideas. New class culture. What do you want that to look like? And then number 6 is to remember that July is for your nervous system regulation. What are you going to do to help regulate yourself, to help downshift to summer mode? That's the best. So remember that July is and should be a healing month, a remembering month, a rebuilding month, a month where you can breathe deeply enough to imagine a calmer, more grounded year ahead. I leave you with that, with hopefully some food for thought, things to ponder, and think about what is it that you're going to work on this summer. Maybe you're not ready to do all of these things right now, but maybe you just want to think about, how can I regulate myself? Or am I ready to reflect yet? What is going to work best for you right now? in setting yourself up for resilience and hope for next year. Guys, truly, you are amazing, and you have done incredible work this last year with your students. Take time to celebrate yourself. Celebrate all that you accomplished. You have even 5 million more things that I could probably even think of that you do all year. And it is greatly appreciated. And I want to say next year could be even more amazing. So thanks so much for listening, guys. Again, hit that subscribe button, share this podcast, this episode with all the other educators that you know. You enjoy July, and don't forget, listen for next week's episode. It's going to be on designing a calm classroom. All right, guys, I will see you then. Thanks so much for listening. I truly appreciate your support. And if I have encouraged you, motivated you to continue to learn, to support your students, even better, to help them strive in your classroom, please leave a review, hit that subscribe button so that others can see they can learn and grow here as well. Thank you.